Hey, we want to talk about Moses and Miriam lead the people in praise. Moses and Miriam, his sister, lead the people in praise. We're going to be looking at scriptures from Exodus 15, 1 to 3, 11 through 13, 17 through 18, and 20 through 21. That's in the 15th chapter of Exodus. What we'll find out is that they're celebrating freedom. The Hebrew people had walked out of Egypt, as you remember, as free men and women after 400 years of slavery. Israel, God rescued them from their abusive masters and performed significant miracles on their journey to the promised land. You remember that he opened the Red Sea, allowing his chosen ones to travel through it on dry ground. Then the multitude watched the sea roll back into place. The water became the graveyard of the Egyptians' army who chased after them. Again, we're talking about Moses and Miriam lead the people in praise. And our lesson focus today is, in what ways can you celebrate our God? See, Miriam, once the nation stood safely on the other side of the Red Sea, Moses' sister Miriam picked up her tambourine and started to lead the congregation in exuberant praise, singing and dancing. Miriam wrote a psalms after crossing the sea, praising the Lord. Nothing in the song exalted Moses or Aaron, only God. And that's who we need to be exalting, not people, but God. Not the people that God uses, but God. You see, this victory over the Egyptian was a message to the other nations who planned to engage them in battle. Their message was, don't do it. Miriam's sister of Aaron and Moses, she stepped into the role as the famous choir director and praise dance leader. I mean, there are many ways to celebrate God, and Miriam and the other passed the praise torch to the Christian church today. Christian music is no longer merely gospel songs or traditional hymns. Some churches allow praise dance, and the individual or the teams tell a moving spiritual story as they march, leap, or twirl on the stage. Others celebrate what God has done in their lives through a musical instrument, painting, or another form of art. Some prefer to write a poem or a story. There are ways that personal worship is not the most important thing to God. He delights in worship from a sincere heart. And that's what God wants. You know, that's what Jesus said, the time is coming. And when God will have new worshipers that worship him in spirit and in truth. And no doubt, I believe the biggest challenge of the Christian church today, of believers, is commitment. And once you got commitment down, you'll understand just how much your God deserves to be praised. Again, the question is, in what ways can you celebrate our God? Our God is to be celebrated. God wanted to be celebrated. No matter what the circumstances are, he wanted to be celebrated. Another thing I want to encourage you to remember that every gift, talent, ability, and your opportunities, they come from God. And you ought to use every gift, talent, and ability and opportunity to bring glory to the Lord. Not just always want to make it work for you, to get you a house, to get you some land, get you some car. But that talent also need to be used for the glory of Jesus Christ, for the growing of his church in her entirety. Use it to build a church. And not only that, to win the lost souls to Jesus Christ worldwide. You're going to be held accountable for every gift that God gave you. And the question is going to be asked, in what ways can you celebrate our God? What way did you celebrate God? Of all of the things that God has done for you, how do you celebrate God? Moses and Miriam, they led the people in praise. And I don't know about you, but wherever God's people are sending up praises, I want to be among that body of believers that is singing up praise to the Almighty God. I want to remind you that God pays the highest wages for labor. And I want to encourage you to keep looking up. Keep looking up. Keep looking up, because you can't see God looking down. God bless you. You are dismissed. Go in peace.